Hi everyone, my name is Ndhego, James William Zikusoka. I'm the author of the children's book Zookeeper for a Week, and I can't wait for you to read it and share the fun I had.
When I saw Ndhego's article in the New Vision, I just felt like, wow, this would really make a good story.
He was just writing his experience as a zookeeper. I found it worthy that it should be in the papers.
This is a great achievement. It's fantastic.
This is a great inspiration.
I'm very proud of my son Ndhego.
Zookeeper for a Week has been ranked among the top 3 new releases, children zoo books on Amazon.
In a very special way, Dr. Gladys Zikusoka and Lawrence Zikusoka, you have done what not many parents do, and that is encouraging children to follow their passion.
I just felt that keeping a journal was good for in the future to remember my experience, and it's something that not many people do, and I kind of like to step out of the crowd.
Well, a good story is what we call bookended. There's a really interesting beginning and an interesting ending, and even an interesting twist at the end. This story, there is a great beginning, a normal everyday kid going to the zoo, having this thing happen to him, a lion pees on him. All of those things created tension as far as the story.
There is the elephant called Hamukungu. It had been rescued. It was drowning in a water body. Authorities called Ndhego's mother, Gladys, and they asked her to take that elephant to the zoo. So she went along with Ndhego. I think in that journey, this elephant had a bonding experience with Ndhego. When we went to the zoo, that elephant was now grown. It is huge, but when it had a glimpse of Ndhego, it came running through the whole exhibit. You could, if the elephant was a person, you would see it raising its hands, shouting out Ndhego. It remembered him.
The making of Zookeeper for a Week is highly inspired by Ndhego's mum, Dr. Gladys Zikusoka, who was Uganda's first wildlife veterinarian. In her work, from the very beginning, she's been taking the boys, both Ndhego and his younger brother Tendo, to visit the national parks across Uganda. I thought it was a very important moment as a family where a child could learn through their parent, in this case their mum.
He's the firstborn son. Actually, from the day that Ndhego was born, we had just started conservation through public health. So from the day Ndhego was born, he's always been going to the national parks. Since he was just 4 months old, he went to Bwindi, Pentrobo National Park. Ndhego saw his first elephant in the wild, not in a storybook. He started to recognize that this is an elephant when he was 2 years old. He's grown up with wildlife all his life. And I'm so proud that in his holidays, he asked if he could go spend a week volunteering at the zoo as a junior zookeeper.
Also, I must thank his parents for inspiring him to make sure he loves conservation, but also initiating him into the culture of writing. Such an age of 16 for a child to be able to write such a great book is highly commendable.
This book actually took 3 years to pull together because, of course, there was COVID where we had to stop for a few months. With Ndhego's book, I saw a child who really put his heart into a week and worked hard. I mean, he's from a nice family, but there he was shoveling dung of the animals and carrying grass and things. So he was willing to work hard.
In the Zookeeper for a Week book, in the very first pages, Ndhego talks about how he was looking after the lions in their exhibit. He talks about how the lion could pee about 3 meters away, and some of that pee actually splashed onto him. What I noticed, because I was the photographer, I couldn't get a picture of the lion looking straight into the camera. Yeah, but it seemed like the lion was looking at us everywhere that we went. It was actually Ndhego who could get the picture of the lion, because this lion had been watching him the whole time. This alpha male lion that peed on Ndhego many years ago, it's like actually it also remembered him, and it was actually looking at him. Ndhego has a lot of passion for wildlife now, and he was telling me he's going to be involved in efforts to promote wildlife conservation, which is very good. Like Ndhego has put in a personal effort to write a book. This book is going to inspire many more children and adults out there in the world, and through that he's making a contribution to wildlife conservation in Uganda but also in the world.
When we published it in Total magazine, we didn't know that one day we'd come up with such a book. The story was so interesting. This boy takes us to the zoo and makes us love the zoo without going there, but inspires us to go there.
I'd like to thank and congratulate Ndhego. I understand that this book was actually put on top of the list of children's books about animals, and so would like to congratulate you.
This is a great achievement for Ndhego on 2 levels. It's fantastic that he's written a book in the first instance, and secondly, I'm very pleased that he offered to volunteer at the zoo. At Taiba, we offer external work experience in years 10 and year 12, and it is so pleasing that he actually went and did the work experience before we'd sent him there officially.
As parents, we will not be around forever, and the sooner that our young sons and daughters can acquire life skills, the better.
I'm very grateful to Kathy Curator, who really mentored Ndhego to write this book. I would never have imagined that you'd get so interested in it and document so much information in that 1 week at the zoo. But he actually got exposed to so many different animals in the different exhibits and enclosures, which is a fantastic experience for him. By reading Zookeeper for a week, you get a very good idea of behind the scenes of what it is like looking after these amazing animals, which is a heritage of Uganda.
I need them to see the fun and adventure of working with animals, especially at the Entebbe Zoo. And I wanted them to see the way zookeepers work and live their life around the zoo, and how the animals react to it, and the fun and adventure.